What it is, people? Hi, my name is Chris, and I wanted to do a rig rundown. Now check it out. First off, is this beast right here. This is the Line 6 M13. This shit is really all you fucking need. It's a stomp box modeler. It's got your distortions, modulations, delays, fucking synths, you name it, man. It's got everything. This is all any musician needs, like, ever. Like, even the sound quality is pretty fucking good. Distortions is as with any other stomp box, it's always up for debate. If it's not a tube amp, it's never gonna fly. So, but I mean, otherwise, to me personally, I think, I mean, I had a full tone OCD, and I sold it a couple of weeks ago because I don't use it anymore. I just use the distortion in this baby. So yeah, there's that. And then I also got its little brother, the Line 6 M9. Now, I used to run this on my pedal board. I tore that down maybe in August, and now I just run this by itself. I I like it. I like it as like a on the go multi effects, and it's also, I don't know. I also like the challenge of like trying to limit myself to just like, all right, here is these amount of pedals, so work with that. So yeah, that's what this is for. Yeah, you can have 6 on the fly, and you can have 3 on simultaneously, and it's also got a built-in looper. Whereas this one, you have 12 on the fly, and you can run 4 at a time. It's also got a looper. Both of them have the universal, is it universal? Whatever it's called, tap. Anyway, and of course your Crybaby Dunlop Wah classic, or it's not classic, it's like the original or some shit like that. I don't know. I've had this thing for like 4 years. I never it the sound isn't the same as like brand new wah pedals. Only because it's like there's like an oldness to it, if that makes sense. But I like it. I don't know. It doesn't compare. Or let me rephrase it. The new ones don't compare to this one, so I keep this one around because I just, for maybe it's just in my head, but for some reason this just sounds way better. Now I got the Boss BF2 flanger. If you're fans of like Tool or Failure, this is the flanger to go to. This is the ones that they use. The sound is just fucking phenomenal. It's just it's just so, I don't know, it's just so wet sounding that makes sense. It, like, I don't know, like other people I guess probably might use a flanger as like the jet sounding thing, but to me I kind of run it like a more like a moving chorus, if that makes sense. Now moving on to the Super Phaser PH2. This, if you're a fan of Incubus, Mike Eisinger, he is like the only well-known guitar player I know that uses this. And to me, this feels like the most organic sounding phaser I've ever heard. I mean, I like my fair share of phasers, but for some reason they always sounded, I don't know, too digital to me for whatever reason. So this one, superb sounding. Just, I don't know. I always have to like have it in a song no matter what, even if it's just towards the end. I just gotta have it. Now, same thing with this one. It's also another super phaser, but this one is set differently. I don't actually use like, I don't know if you can see it. I don't use like the different mode settings on these. I keep it the same, but the rate and the depth and what is this? The resonance, if you call it, I set it differently. This one is for like more faster, more of a vibrato sounding, and of course I use this because it just sounds better and it's more organic sounding. Now this Arpanoid from Earthquaker Devices is basically an arpeggiator guitar effect. You can run it either major or minor modes and set it going up, down, or like kind of like this numbers, different settings, yada yada yada. I didn't. These things cost like maybe $250 brand new, but I didn't buy this. I actually won this at a clinic at the guitar store here in Seattle. Juan Alderate, I want to say is his name. He was the bass player for the Mars Volta. He's a well-known bass player. I just can never remember his last name. But I won this from him, and he even signed the box. But I ended up giving this to a dear friend of mine because I couldn't find really any practical use for it. But he's not in the city, so he kind of just like dumped all his gear at my jam space. So I kind of been using it, and it's more of I use it more of like a sound manipulation, like fucked up guitar sounding thing. It's pretty rad, pretty cool. Check it out. And this, of course, is the infamous Line 6 DL4. It's well known for its different delays, but I use it mostly for the looper function. I just like, I don't know, if you're a fan of Minus the Bear, Dave Knudsen, I can't remember his last name. He uses it a lot in like just different like weird just playback stuff, and I don't know, it's pretty rad. I dig it. I only use it for the looping function. Like even though like these other Line 6 pedals also do the looping function, this one is my go-to for the looping. And now I'm going to move over to guitars. This right here is my number one. If I had to give it a name, it would probably be called Zero because I'm unoriginal. This is my favorite guitar because I put it together from various Squire parts. You would think that this guitar was already put together like this, but it wasn't. This body was from a Bullet guitar that had a tailstop piece, so it doesn't have like doesn't do like the vibrato thing. And then like the guitar neck was from another guitar pieces. I bought pieces off this guy on Craigslist. I don't even remember where he was located. I just wanted it, and it's got like the right thickness to it. Like I don't know, I want my guitar necks thick, because I like thick necks. If you get what I mean. Yeah, and I also like the the big headstock, the Sony style headstock. It's I don't know, it's definitely my style. And then like these Bullet bodies, they're not the same width as traditional Stratocasters. Stratocasters are kind of thicker, but I like him. I like it thinner. It looks smaller, feels smaller, makes it seem like it's my size. And then like these Duncan Design humbuckers, I actually got these out of Daisy Rock guitar that I bought for a then girlfriend, and we got into an argument one day. We were already broken up, but we got into an argument. No, we were seeing each other again, and we got into an argument, and I ended up smashing the guitar that I bought for her. Which sucks because I really, really liked that Daisy Rock guitar. It was hot pink. It had like cool band stickers on it, but I was just so pissed off I ended up smashing it. But these pickups are from that guitar, and I always liked the sound of them. They had like this. They're thick, but they're also bitey. So yeah, I like that. Now moving over to my other guitar. This is my Mexican-made Stratocaster. The only, again, none of, or I don't know if I didn't say that, but none of my guitars are ever like stocked. I always change something about them. So in this one, it's the body It's not like it's not the Fender Stratocaster body. It's a Squier bullet body because again I wanted it thinner, smaller looking. But otherwise everything is fine. I bought this used in actually it was like my first guitar I think that I bought in Seattle. Now that I think about it, um, yeah, this is this is like my go-to guitar every time I jam with people, and whenever I whenever I'm channeling my inner John Frusciante. He's a avid Strat player. And then this right here, it's it's a Squire vintage modified 70s jazz bass. This this was like my longest owning bass, I guess if that makes sense. For a while until I gave it to my brother uh, earlier in the year, and of course I'm borrowing it. I just borrow stuff that I give away. But yeah, this is I don't know. It's just such a fun bass to play. I love it. I love the sound of it. I like the way it looks. It's just pretty rad. I gave it away because I just didn't play it as much as I used to. Um, but I plan on getting an exact replica of this because it's just really, really good. And I think that's about it for my gear run. That's about it, I guess. Yeah, I just wanted to do my own gear run because why the fuck not? Peace.